Alrighty, here we go. Let's see if it's working now. Here we go. Yep, there, okay. We're starting a new game, Corpo, with AMD FSR 3 enabled. Oops, I never did frame gen. Apply. Uh-oh. I don't know if they just restart the game again. I disabled all the mods and verified files. I had to change the XCS file because I was messing with the different DLLs for XCS. But now I don't know if I have to restart my game for this to work. Some settings will only take effect after the game has been restarted. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Alright, we're getting 80 FPS. Let's put it to on.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, it did turn on.
Fine.
It did turn on. But why can't I get VSync on? I'm gonna have to do max FPS. Let's do 58. And is HDR working? It is. Alright, and here's the settings. I did ultra settings with high screen space reflections. And I also turned off lens flare, chromatic, and film grain. Everything else is ultra settings.
I just needed a breather.
Sounded like you blew your guts airlock.
Yeah, I barfed. It's just stress.
Esa chamba te va a matar.
Yeah. Maybe I should have gotten a safe one, like you did.
Hey, at least I always know who's shooting at me. Sometimes even why. Anyway, what's going on?
Is there a problem? We had a leak. My boss called, dragged me in because we had to intervene. Everyone at Night City HQ is on edge.
But no way you're fucked, right? You're the one who fixes other people's shit.
Jackie, if you work in Arasaka counter intel, you're always fucked. Listen, gotta go. Work won't do itself.
Buena suerte.
2074. An Arasaka investigation eliminates a terror cell in Rio de Janeiro, ending a string of attacks and executing those responsible. 2076. Arasaka's counterintelligence.
2023年に瓦礫と化した荒坂タウン。不死鳥のように蘇り出した。以前よりも大きく強く荒坂は不滅です。
Why is this taking so long?
It's because of what happened in Europe.
I heard. Data leak in Frankfurt. Ugh, half-rate management work for me.
During a routine mission, his plane was severely damaged. Yet, overcoming both grievous injuries and a malfunctioning aircraft, Saburo managed to return to base. Join us.
Christ, V, you were supposed to be here an hour ago.
Got held up, but I'll be right there.
Fucking Frankfurt. That Abernathy bitch will probably dump it in our laps. Ugh, hanging up. I'll be in my office. You hurry up.
The onset of American Prohibition, the end of World War I, and the birth of Saburo Arasaka. From an early age, Saburo was heavily involved in the business his father had founded. As a young man, he quickly demonstrated the work ethic and natural talent becoming of an exceptional manager. That is, until his promising career was abruptly interrupted by war upon his doorstep. Saburo Arasaka enlisted as a pilot in the Nippon Kaigun, the Japanese Imperial Navy. By the age of 23, he had already achieved the rank of lieutenant. With 20 confirmed aerial victories, he forever will be honored as one of the Imperial Army's most accomplished fighter pilots. But in 1942, during a routine mission, his plane was severely damaged. Yet, overcoming both grievous injury and a malfunctioning aircraft, Saburo managed to return to base. Join us after the break to hear what happened next.
Militech hit 3 of ours. Now we're evacuating the rest of our facility.
Mr. Jenkins asked for you.
Hey, V.
He's in his office.
It's been ages.
Once everyone else is safe.
It's me, Frank. We met during Icefall. East Coast.
Emergency protocols active. System
I see you're
security
busy.
confirmed.
We'll talk later.
That's her. Jenkins' girl.
Why couldn't work with that prick?
Please enter the antechamber. Visitor authorization granted.
Are you online? Can you get access to their preliminary declarations? They usually stick to them. It should give us a good overview. Have a seat, V. Be right with you. We have to handle this voting issue before we lose our bases in the Sea of Clouds. They're about to begin. What's the situation? Yeah, just as we thought. Have a seat, V. Be right with you. You know what to do. Start now. Director Abernathy.
I watched the vote. What the hell was that?
A deep clean after the shit Frankfurt dumped on us. As we agreed, I got rid of the problem.
I told you to resolve the problem, not massacre the European Space Council. Do you understand what the cover-up will cost?
We would have lost the license. Now we gained a week. That's a win.
Path of least resistance always. No nuance. Has you written all over it. We're not done talking about this.
I hate that bitch. I always have.
Always meaning how long?
Before Night City, we worked on an assignment in Osaka. 2 years of subterfuge. She spent them digging a trap for me. When she became director of Spec Ops, and that's when she finally shoved me in it. Now she's holding a gun to my head to make sure I don't try anything. But she won't pull the trigger because she needs me. I do what she doesn't have the guts to do.
Divide and conquer. Effective strategy.
Effective. What would you do in my position?
You have to defend yourself. Remind Abernathy you're not her doormat.
You're right.
Smack her once, but hard. She'll respect you.
Seems we see eye to eye on this issue. Take this. It's what I've collected over the past weeks. Biometrics, trauma team card, names of her closest associates. Driver, chief of security. Lover, lover's husband. everything. Use it, and make sure Abernathy won't be a problem anymore. You said it. I need to defend myself.
What'll happen if I refuse?
Don't ask stupid questions. This isn't a request, V. We seem to understand each other. Take this, too. Use this money only, find the right people for the job, no corporate affiliation. And for the core task, use someone you know inside out. Are we clear?
Yeah, I think we're clear.
Good. In that case, I'll await your report. And good luck with it. I have my AV waiting outside. It's yours to use. And don't disappoint me.
One of my favorite things with the Corpo
Jenkins, Night
start
City
is you get to
counterattack.
go in the AV and you can fly through the city without any mods.
I have those reports you asked for?
Well, you can see everything's running smooth. 116 FPS, 76% utilization. Board power is only 335 watts. Temp 76 and 88 for the hotspot. And I have an overclocked memory and GPU with the undervolt. So everything's running good. I have to go make some ribs on the grill in a little bit here, but I wanted to try it out. I've been waiting and waiting.
For the delay.
I just don't understand why I can't do
You
VSync.
alive? How's things in the Viper pit?
Need your help, Jack. Got some biz.
Always biz with you, Chica. You in some trouble?
Not yet. Just need a soul I can trust for now.
That kind of sounded like a yes. Meet me at Lizzie's. Be there in an hour.
But I was gonna say, I'm gonna turn this down to, instead of having the full display, I'm just gonna put it up there so I can see FPS, CPU, and GPU utilization. Less distracting. What am I supposed to do here? I forget. It's been a while. I'll do some cognitive booster. What's my objective? I forget. Read the report on your personal terminal.
I need your stamp on something. It's possible one of our assets was exposed.
Is it Frankfurt again?
No, different issue. Local.
Tell me. Quick version.
Our agent at Biotechnica suspects they might be onto him. They recently granted him red security clearance. That's top. He's been fishing for dirt, but it's been slow.
Your point.
They're clean. Like we run orphanages clean. Bleached server clean. We suspect they flagged him and are feeding him phony data. Should we greenlight exfil or let him keep looking?
Pull him out, but calmly. Don't raise any eyebrows. Otherwise, they'll catch on.
Jenkins will be livid.
I'll handle Jenkins.
Understood.
Alright, so I just want to see what it looks like in here with ray tracing, just lighting. I just want to see if I turn ray tracing lighting on only, what happens. Alright, I'm able to get 110 FPS. So what I was doing with the DLSS mod is going to video, putting this to 50 FPS, which will equal 100, so that I can run ray tracing and still have overhead and it's not stuttery. So let's check it out. There we go. Ray trace lighting, medium, and 4%, 5% overhead for later is needed at a stable 100 FPS. Yep. I wonder what it'll be like outside.
Tell your people I didn't say anything of the sort.
They'll be searching for dirt on us now.
Did you see the report on the vote? I mean, shit.
The world's going to tear us apart when the word gets around.
The world's never going to find out. If you do know the truth, they won't know it.
Access granted.
So far, I am liking this update. I don't have to worry about the DLSS to FSR mod and all that stuff. I wonder if they're going to be updating this at all anymore as well, like AMD FSR 3.1, or some games came out with FSR 3 like Starfield and they had to do patches on them. So yeah, there's that.
Destination, Lizzie's bar.
Noted. En route.
I always like to take the drink. Looks bubbly. Ah! I don't want to listen to the news. I had a stressful day. Here we go. Let's drink. Have a little bit of wine. And here's the city. Ray traced, lighting, 100 FPS, FSR 3. Looks good to me. Looks really good. See, I'm not seeing a lot of the flickering and stuff that was there before. Looks a lot better. Looks how I wanted it to. But I truly hope next few months AMD announces AI upscaling for all of its graphics cards. Because Intel has AI upscaling on all of its graphics cards, does it not? It uses the DP4 version.
Yes? We weren't scheduled to connect until the end of the week.
It looks so good. There's no flickering. This is awesome. I'm happy. There's a little bit of flickering.
I felt I should call. Is everything in order?
Dealing with a temporary nuisance. Nothing you should worry about.
Just think back to our last session. The neuromotor relaxation exercises.
Look at the utilization, only 89%.
Soothe and lift your spirit. I know this.
Sure, okay. See you later.
I don't want to switch on the news, should I? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's just enjoy the city and the beauty of FSR 3 not causing tons of artifacts like FSR 2. I'll probably do more comparison videos. I just was really busy today. Dealing with mold in the apartment, moving, paperwork, all this stuff. Guys, if you have any musty or moldy smell in your apartment, that is poisonous.
No designated landing site has been
Very bad for
detected
you.
at the destination.
I lived here 13 years. I didn't know. I kept getting sicker and sicker. I almost died 2 years ago. I lost 50 pounds. It was so bad. Dude, that sign looks so clear and crisp. FSR 3 is so much better. It's so much better. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. Wait until the reviews come out for this. I checked online. I came home and I started my computer. I saw Cyberpunk was updating. I thought it might have been a Steam Cloud update or save update or whatever. I'm like, this is what I've been waiting for. Yo.
Fuck's your problem, psycho suit? This look like a landing pad to you? Could have fucking crushed us.
Jesus Christ. Okay, no, hey, we ain't looking for no beef with you.
Alright, now we're down to 93 FPS. Let's see how smooth it is. If it's stuttery.
Leave me alone.
This game looks different than all the other games with FSR3 and FrameGen. For some reason, I can't put my finger on it.
Wait.
Let's go back up to 59. Turn off ray tracing.
What's happening?
See, there are mods that you can make ray tracing have better performance and path tracing have better performance, and I had them installed. But it's like VSync's not syncing correctly. Like, no other games has the issue where the bottom of the screen, like, and I don't know if it's a DLSS mod that I installed or what. If I had to delete my entire game, all the save files, everything, and go from there. But I'm thinking I might need to.
Seems trouble once in.
But I know it's the DLSS mod is not running because if I turn this off right here, right now, it's off. You know. And here's with 120 VSync.
You expecting something?
Also, I think I didn't do the shaders. I think the shaders need to be updated by playing the game because I installed the 24.8.1 driver. But right there with high settings, 94 FPS. Everyone does all this testing with 4K or high settings. If you lower screen space reflections from high or ultra to high, you gain 20-30 FPS. And I'd rather have 20 or 30 FPS than a reflection on the ground that looks a tiny bit better. But there, we're at 93 FPS. Let's turn on FrameGen. Oh, see, now I can't put on DLSS FrameGen like I could before because the mod. Now the mod is off. Now let's see what we got. 166. $166 versus 95. 166 divided by 94. So that's increasing performance 76%. So by turning on FrameGen, you're getting a 76% performance increase, which is incredible. But now with ray tracing and performance mode, let's see what we got. I forget about performance mode. I normally don't use it. Oh, and you still cannot do ultra performance mode. But here's dynamic resolution scaling. Oh, I wonder if they'd fix that. Maximum is 100, or the upscaler can go all the way down to 50% if it wants to. Then it'll select the perfect, you know, if to get the correct resolution and frame rate, you need to have, you know, 73% upscaling. It will do that. So try out dynamic resolution scaling as well with frame generation on, and the sharpness I'll keep the same, I think. Target frames is 60 because we're frame gen to 120. If I put 120 there, it won't work correctly. But let's try that. And let's just do high. Yeah, it's ultra psycho. Let's do everything on, including lighting and medium. Let's see what happens.
Arasaka, the finest in personal and
So I'm
commercial
getting
weaponry.
94. Normally I don't do reflections. I don't care about reflections. That's why I bought the 7800 XTX. I wanted to play 4K native. No upscaling, nothing, because I think it looks the sharpest and clearest and best. But right there you have it. 110 FPS with all ray tracing, and see, now you can see the ray tracing works better on the ray trace lighting is pretty much all you need to turn on with shadows. But let's do actual performance. Yeah, so it wasn't even going down to... If we're at 126, let me see if I can figure out. Target frames is, let's put it to 70. And I want to see if it will scale. Yeah, it only puts it to 114. 113. Let's do 80, see what happens. Yeah, it's not really... The dynamic scaling doesn't look like it's working good. Because no matter what I change the target frames, it's still staying at 113. So I would not recommend using it. I'd rather do performance. There we go. See that now it's actually going to 50% and upscaling to 126 FPS. And then here, I guess we have to put this to 59. The other thing is you can try 50. If you can live with 50 and balanced, there you go, balanced. It almost feels like AMD fluid motion frames. I don't know. Every other game I play, I have zero issues. Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Starfield. All of them have perfect Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. All of them have perfect frame gen. Whereas this game engine developed by CDP, I think it just handles the frame gen different. Plus, it's better to stay at 60 solid. Like whatever settings you have to turn off to continue to get 60. Or like right here, this is perfect. GPU utilization 84%. I like to have a 15% overhead. That's how I run Avatar, and that's how I run Star Wars Outlaws. But here you go. And I'm watching Frog Boy X Gaming and stuff with some of the stuff he puts out. Yeah, I'm excited that I did go to AMD and they're stepping it up. But I really think AMD needs to step up.
I don't want any trouble.
Sell millions of their
business.
Cards at a really good price, like a 7800 XTX, or
Welcome to Lizzie's.
an 8800 XT for $500. That's almost as good as a 7900 XTX. Would crush the market. They'd sell millions. And I think that they need to stop worrying about money and earning lots and lots of money for their graphics cards right now and market them up, and instead lose a little money, lower the prices, have really good deals, and get millions of cards sold. So developers say, yeah, you know, AMD's in 15% of the computers, whereas Nvidia's in 85. You know, why would they choose to develop for them then? But if it's 50-50, well then they're going to have to develop. If half of gamers own a good AMD card with better ray tracing, AI upscaling, I mean that, yeah, AMD's going to catch up, but they got to do it right. There's no music. I wonder if it's because I disabled it.
New place.
Disable
We went there
copyright.
yesterday. Huh. Drawing a blank.
I never walked in here without music. But as far as everything goes, it looks better than FSR 2.1. There are some artifacts. There always will be on everything, it seems. But it looks so much better, and now we have official frame gen. But see, for me personally, instead of all the ray tracing and all that stuff, you can turn all that off. See what we get. Now we just have ray trace lighting. 85% utilization. We didn't even bump over 90. There's 92 for a split second. But yeah, frame gen, 76% performance increase. Doesn't feel laggy to me at all. What I would like to do... Oh, so you can't use frame gen. Oh yeah, you can. No. Can't use frame gen with anything. Like, I can't just turn it on and play it. You have to use it with one of these settings. I wonder what auto would do. Auto looks to turn on a performance or balanced. I like quality or none. See, you can see the artifacts on the wall as you get away. But with quality, it's a lot better. Well, how about compared to FSR 2? Looks a lot better. I just like the graphics of the game. I play for hours just driving around, looking around, exploring, looking at the graphics, the colors, relaxing, healing. Yeah, that looks good. But now when you're in motion like that, does it mess up? Looks like it does. Let's try XE super sampling. Yeah, it even messes up on that. You can see it aliasing. They all are looking pretty good. The biggest thing for me was just tiny artifacts all the time. Like on windowsills and stuff like that.
Don't come here often, do you?
I want to save my game. Cause this is kind of boring for me right now. I got things I gotta do. But let's load one. Oh, that's what I did earlier for path tracing. Turn that off. VSync on. Intel XES Ultra Quality. 1.3 version. XeSS reminds me of DLSS though. It definitely does. Has like a DLSS feel to the XeSS. Oh, do I have ray tracing on? I do, don't I? Normally I don't run it. Normally I just play regular. 74 FPS instead of 40. I wish AMD had an ultra quality mode. They used to. But now it's native AA. Why is that down to 48? Oh, because I'm running native. Wait, how am I getting 48 with... Normally I got a whole bunch more. Oh, that's because I was... No, I don't know. Yeah. This place must just be really heavy. But this is what AMD could say. Oh, well, here you are. You're at 57 FPS. Native AA. FSR off. And they're like, oh, go from 58 all the way up to... Sometimes they do performance mode to try to sell it. Performance mode with frame generation. So from 58 FPS up to 196. Wow. Buy an AMD graphics card today. You know what I mean? That's kind of what they say in their videos. I don't know. Doesn't look bad. I'm on 120 hertz. It's 144, but there was some issues. Like if I'm getting 200 FPS, I should be able to turn on some ray tracing and still be good. Everything but reflections. And now we're at 120 FPS basically. So if you want to run ray tracing on a 7900 XTX
Went to the city to pick up the merch. Never came back.
at 100 to 120 FPS, you can do it. Now, without any mods. DLSS to FSR mod. Yeah, I think Cyberpunk CD Projekt Red engine is the Red engine is different, so it doesn't do as much frame gen and stuff like that. The frame pacing's different than like Unreal Engine and other things. So if we're at 95 FPS and I turn not just the sun shadows off, what happens? Yeah, 110. So yeah, you can just customize what you want. Lighting's good and shadows are nice. Does really look good, feels smooth. And now that I'm maintaining over 110 consistently, I hit 106 there, but I can turn that off here. Keep it at 50. And that's what I was doing with the DLSS mod. Ray tracing on, frame gen on. I will say it doesn't Something feels different since the patch though, and I don't think it's... I'm not entirely sure what it is. I don't think it's because of the... I did not eat all day, guys. I'm having trouble. I gotta go eat some food. I was working a lot, but I do not think that the performance is the same as before the patch. I should have a load game, a game saved, where I'm in the plaza, and I've done lots of testing in the plaza. Well, there's Ghost Town. This is a really old save. But see, right now, nothing is really flickering and stuff like that. It looks good. And movement, the flickering's less. Yeah, that other area we're in is very extensively graphics demanding. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stop talking. Here, I'll just show. I'm tired. I gotta go get some potatoes and do ribs on the grill, make a salad. But yeah, this is looking... I could play this now. Before it just was flickering. But right now we're at 100 FPS. We're in performance mode, which is incredible. I'm not even running quality. But see, because I have so much overhead, the GPU's free, 30% of it's not used, I can try quality out. But we got ray tracing, lighting and shadows on. Put it on quality. This probably will work, but it might not work for all areas of the game. Where's my Mercmobile? Oh, this is a different save. Here, I'll get this one out. One thing with ray tracing is it puts better lighting on your hood of your car.
Hey V, hope it's not a bad time.
It's a bad time.
News trickled down the Ripper grapevine. Thought it might interest you.
Cut the foreplay, Vic. Spill.
Well, some implant soft updates just hit the streets.
It looks really good, so much better. I'm happy.
Say. Dropped a dime to you first, as well.
Because the artifacts broke my immersion like crazy.
Tip. Thanks, Vic. Now, how might one nab this Wonder update?
From just about every rip.
This is what I'm used to. Like if we went to performance mode with FSR 2.1. See, I see the lights are flickering.
I'm afraid.
No, you can hook me up too.
All the posts and lights and thin lines are all flickering really bad. I cannot stand it. It breaks immersion when all the stuff's flickering. The only thing I wonder is if I turned off ambient occlusion, if that would help. If it's that ambient occlusion bug. No, I still got lots of flickering. Yeah, everything's flickering. All the lights are flickering. It looks horrible. Absolutely horrible. So let's do the new and improved, and that's on performance mode. So let's do the new improved FSR 3 on performance mode. See, I was on quality though. And let's drive that same stretch of street again. I want to see the difference. Whoops. Yeah, there is so much less flickering. There's some, but it's so much less. It's not as distracting. Yeah, it's a lot better. But like those lights in the post right there. 2.1 performance. Yeah, everything flickers really, really, really bad. Even just stopping. Does it flicker? No. It's in movement that really flickers. Let's do back to 3. Yeah, oh my word. So basically, this is what the game used to be. Performance mode, FSR, 75 frames a second, all this flickering. I see all the posts are flickering, the lights are flickering, so much flickering, aliasing, artifacting. And then, this is what it is now. FSR 3 with frame gen performance, we go from 60, 70 FPS up to 151. So that is what AMD did. And it looks so much better. So right here we're at 146 versus 85. Hey Siri, 146 divided by 85. So a 71% performance increase by adding frame gen. And it looks so much better. So right now this is FSR. Look at the tops. The tops are all flickering. The buildings don't flicker too much. The edges of the buildings are flickering, the lights are flickering. Let's check out FSR 3 with frame gen now. I want to see if it... Yeah, much less flickering. There is some, but most people won't use performance unless they're doing ray tracing, but I'd rather play on quality or native with ray tracing than have... I'd rather have a sharper, cleaner, more realistic, non-aliased image than for to have ray tracing and everything all be blurry and artifact. And oh, this entire time I've been having ray trace shadows and lighting turned on. So we are playing with ray trace shadows and lighting. The only thing we're missing is the sun shadows, which barely do anything. Hardware Unboxed said it was basically pointless. And then the ray trace reflections. But we're running ray tracing, lighting, and shadows 4K at 129 FPS. Actually, I could probably play the entire game like this. There's only just a little bit of artifacting. The shimmering's been fixed pretty much. It looks so much better. But I want to turn ray tracing off. So we were just getting 120, right? Now we're getting 208 FPS. 217 FPS. They're like, oh, AMD sucks. I don't think so. 210 FPS. Sounds pretty good to me. You could play this on a 240 Hz monitor. And it doesn't feel laggy at all. Now, I probably won't do that for like competitive games, but actually, I'm noticing it's V-syncing pretty good. It's not screen tearing. Low bet. So I want to know if I put it to exactly to 60 if it's going to cause the VSync issues that I was having. Yeah, I got screen tearing. I want to see if I'm getting about 80 FPS. This is how I was playing for years. VSync on. And this is with no resolution scaling. And I should get about 80. There we go, 92 FPS. And this is how I like it the most. It's the most sharp, clear, real, good. And what I was hoping this entire time was, before I cared about ray tracing at all and realized this car can do it pretty good. Oh man, this city looks so good. Who's coming after me? I can't get my gun out. I don't even know if I have a gun. Okay, I do. How do I get it out? Oh, there we go. Oh, my crosshairs turned off. Oh crap, I'm weak. My other character is really strong. Dude, these guys are really strong. How do I do a healing thing?
I knew it. I just knew it.
How do I get out? Oh, I like this car too because the interior is pretty cool. Yeah, this is smooth. So this is what I was playing for a long time. Native 4K. Looks really good, really smooth. But on this TV, the TCL Q7, you need 120 FPS or else you get inverse ghosting with FreeSync. Either have to play at 120 or 60 and set the monitor refresh rate to 60 in Windows. So I choose to keep it 120 and then boost the FPS as needed. But this is really smooth, really clear, really good. I want to check this compared to native AA. Let me just do a little pan. So we're getting 92 FPS. And we're at regular AA. Resolution off. So I'm going to put FSR 3 on with native AA, frame gen off. I want to see what I get. Wow. We went from 93 down to 74. And it feels a little stuttery. I don't know if it's because we lost 20 FPS or not. I see one spot of aliasing as I move left and right. But I mean, it looks really good. So now let's turn on frame gen. So we were at 92, we dropped down to about 72, lost 20 FPS. Now I'm going to kick on frame gen, native AA. And we went from 73 up to 127. Okay, let me turn the frame cap on. This is exactly what I was going to do years ago. Once I heard about FSR 3. Put it to, I like even numbers. 58 and 116. Wow. So now we're playing the game native AA. I think it looks a little sharper than, maybe that's what's going on. It's too sharp for me. I like it a little blurrier. Because that's what TAA does, and I like the look of TAA. Yeah, oh my word. This is perfect. There you have it. So 92 FPS, no upscaling, regular TAA, built in the game, up to 116 FPS with 10% overhead, frame gen native AA. Yeah, let's go test it out. And then after this, I'm gonna throw the ribs on the smoker. I'm hungry. I'm getting stungry, stupid hungry. Oh my word, this looks really good. This really does look good. I'm freaking out over here. Now the other last question I have, this looks really good. This is how I would play the game. I want to do a whole playthrough of it crystal smooth, native AA. No ghosting from my TV. Yeah, this is really immersive. It's really nice. I'm so thankful AMD put this stuff out. Checking the live stream quick. Alright, live stream's still running good. Yo, this is so cool. 4K, 120 FPS, 116 because of the VSync stuff. 4K, 120 FPS, native AA, frame gen on, and it feels smooth, it feels good. This is incredible, with some overhead to spare in most places. Yeah, this looks and feels great. Oh, I could play the whole game again like this, I'm going to. Now the other question is they say don't do this and that, but I'm wondering if I put it to performance and do the ray tracing, what we get. See, that still looks good. It still looks pretty good. I think it's the sharpness, over sharpening things. I had to turn the sharpness down. I could play the game like this too. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll do a full playthrough with ray tracing. Yeah, I could definitely play this whole entire game. But the question is the ambient occlusion bug still there? I think it is. Like on the buildings above us there, you can see things normally. Artifacts. This is cool. I'm gonna have fun tonight. I need to go cook food. Yeah, the ray trace lighting does look more realistic. But the question is do you want to run ray tracing or do you want not a single artifact on your screen? Because if you don't want artifacts, you're going to have to probably use the native AA or quality. I might be able to kick it up to balanced. If I drop the shadows, just keep the lighting, and turn it to balanced, I think we'll still have overhead. Yeah, 93%. And that definitely does look a little better. But I mean, it's all better. This is completely better than FSR 2.1. So much better. Come on everybody, let's have a race. The race is started, we got 3 vehicles. Oh crap. Oh. The car ahead of me is pretty fast. I don't know, I think I'd rather play it native AA, ray tracing off. I think that's how I'd want to play overall. But to try ray tracing, I think I could do it the other ways. But I mean, this is perfect. If you like 4K and only 4K, this is what I would run. 120 FPS, 4K, native anti-aliasing, native AA. It looks so crystal smooth. The aliasing is like 3% of the others. So much better. So little artifacts. Man, this thing's loud. We need a different car. Let's get this little car here. This thing's fast. Sorry, sir. I need to commandeer your vehicle. Oh, crap. Rest in pieces. Yeah, this is freaking awesome. Let's go. Yeah, this is awesome. AMD really stepped it up. Because now if they say, well, DLSS looks better than AMD, well, not anymore. Because if you turn on FrameGen and native AA, it looks just as good and you're getting double performance. You know, you're taking 80 FPS all the way up to like 120. So it's like free performance. You don't need to use quality. That's the thing. Would you rather get more FPS through frame generation or through upscaling? I'd rather it be through frame generation because I hate artifacts. It really breaks my immersion. So I would rather turn on FrameGen and play native AA than to turn off FrameGen and play on performance, or turn on ray tracing and play on performance and turn on FrameGen in order to play that at 120. But yeah, that part of the town over there, that looks flawless. Absolutely perfect. Their thing is, just to get more overhead, you can crank this down to 55. Run it at 110. And then there, now we have more overhead. It should be really, really smooth all the time. And it is. Very smooth, looks great. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna park and let you guys watch the city while I go put the ribs on the grill and get the smoker tubes running and stuff. Here, I'm gonna let it run just like this. What do I want to look at? This isn't very pretty here. I'll go up here and do it. Plus the sun's coming up, it's gonna change everything. Where do I want to go? I like going here. Looks like they fixed the ghosting a little bit. Ooh, I want that car really bad. Yeah. Oh crap. Get the heck out of there. Yeah, this feels perfect. There's going to be a lot of reviewers, tech power up, everybody's going to be talking about this. I wanted to get the jump on it quick, bring this content live to you. So if you're wondering if you should get AMD, everything that I've seen, it's going to be so good coming up. If you want DLSS now, you can't take it, don't go with AMD. You know, because now the prices are good. The only reason I got a 7900 XTX is they wanted $1,200 for a 4080, and I was refusing to do that. I did not want to do that. I didn't want to spend over $1,000. Put $1,000 on the credit card and pay it off, which I did. But I didn't want to. And I should have anyways, but they weren't available. You know, it was a shortage in scalpers and everything. And I didn't want to pay $800 for a 12 gigabyte card. That's ludicrous. $800 for a 4070 Ti in 2023. Ludicrous. So I refused to do that. I said I'm not going to do that. I was really upset that EVGA left NVIDIA because that's the cards I bought. And my previous card was $1,250 because I had to buy on eBay because I had a shortage. I was trying to run 4K on a 1070. That doesn't work good. So I mean, out of desperation and shortages and scalping is why I had to buy cards. And I got a 24 gigabyte nice graphics card, AMD, for $1,000. Would I do it again? Yes and no. Yes, I would do it for the price, but I don't want to support Nvidia. If Nvidia would have dropped the 4080 for $1,000, I would have done it. You know. It's the only reason I left. EVGA left them 4070 Ti 12 gigabyte for $800 and a 4080 for $1,200. And I wanted to try AMD and everyone was talking about it. I was Nvidia only before this. But I will say this, with everything AMD has done the past 2 years, for me as a new AMD customer, I am very happy. Frame gen for everyone. They're putting FSR 3 and 3.1 in so many games now. They're trying to get market share by selling good products at good prices to get millions sold, to get more influence with developers because they don't have enough market share. So I really think they said AI upscaling is coming, and if they drop, AMD is having AI upscaling and better ray tracing next generation, yeah, they're going to fully compete with Nvidia. But this looks absolutely incredible. I mean, I wish they would have done this earlier. That's the only bad thing. AMD, it takes time, and they need to fix that. They need to get it done. Take the money that they're getting through profits and fix it, get it done, put it out. Simple. If they need to double their software team, they need to, but they said that they did. They're really trying to become a software company instead of just a hardware company. But I mean, this is incredible. So if AI upscaling is added to this right here, yeah, it's going to compete perfectly with DLSS. I mean, I'm running the game native AA at 110 FPS, perfectly smooth and solid. Except some areas like right here, but it's still smooth. It still feels smooth. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I gotta go.
Security or style? Thanks to the bulletproof air.
I'm gonna go put you guys where I've marked. This is awesome.
With Angelique Cosmetics, you can be anyone and Adam.
And I want to see if you went all out crazy with ray tracing overdrive. Set this to 30 FPS, frame gen up to 60, and put it to see ultra performance for super resolution, but this one gives up ultra performance in order to give you AA. Oh, with ray tracing on, I can't put on dynamic. That's weird. But here's path tracing, 30 FPS, up frame gen to 60. Oops, sorry, sir.
All units,
I got
we
distracted.
have a situation in Westbrook. Please respond.
Yeah, this isn't good. The DLSS mod worked better than this.
Suspect's vehicle has been located. Details have been sent. All units.
There we go. Now we're at 60.
Resume search immediately.
Yeah, I don't think this is not playable. Oh, that's because I took. Oh, I had a mod that reduced path tracing bouncing, so I could get 80 FPS with it. So I'm about to reinstall that mod, but I wanted to start fresh.
Code 0.
But let's do ray tracing ultra with all ultra settings.
I repeat, code 0 in this area. All units resume normal duties.
Something's not updating or working. Oh, it turned it off. Put it to 50. I want to see what happens. Alright, so you wouldn't be able to do that. There was 93. Let's see if I drop fog resolution, screen space quality, and turn this to medium. See what happens. There we go, 100 FPS. And then let's stop sun shadows. They really don't do much. It gives you 4 extra FPS. But here you go, ultra settings, performance plus frame gen, performance upscaling. And some of these settings, it said you'd have to restart the game for it to take effect. So that might be a big issue right now where... Oh, that's the other thing. So let me save the game here. We're at 98 FPS. And then reload it. Because that's the other thing. If you save and reload, I think that affects the settings sometimes. Increases FPS. Yeah, the frame gen in this game is completely different than all the others. Wonder if they had a hard time getting it to work. It just wasn't working right or something. But see, I like native better than ray tracing. Here, y'all can watch the sunrise. I'll be right back.
If you suspect any rogue AI activity, call the NetWatch hotline.
Do psycho ray tracing. See, I'm still getting 92 FPS. That's really good. I'll be back.
Organic food continues to be a major cause of illness. Do not eat from unlabeled cases.
MCPD の管轄のエリアに立ち入る際は、常にオープンにしてチェックを 推奨します。NCPD の管轄外エリアに立ち入る際は常に防弾ベストの着用を推奨します。NCPD の管 新情報は市内の N54 ブースで。欲望であふれるこの街、全てを絡め取るあなた、ワトソンのショー。毎週水曜夜10時に WNS で放送中。
Don't be fooled by foreign propaganda. Get the latest, trusted scoop on Night City, only on N54 News.
天气不错嘛，本月夜之场平均温度一直保持在人